Yes, it can be important to build certain lists, specifically if you are looking to resell only to mobile home investors themselves, or you're looking to resell to people that want to move mobile homes. If that case, aim for people that want to move homes on a consistent basis. Mobile home investors, park owners, people that will buy multiple homes from you, or people that want to buy and move older mobile homes, let's say pre-1976. Those are important lists to build because those buyers are kind of fewer and far between. Now, all the other lists, besides those people that want to move the mobile home, it is important to know what people will pay and not pay for every type of mobile home. Single wides, double wides, that area of town, this area of town. A lot of birds around me. It's important to understand what people will buy homes for, who the clientele are, what they'll pay cash and payments and down and monthly, and what kind of repairs people will do. We have to know what people will buy homes for before we can make offers of what we're going to pay for a certain home. We have to know what we can resell it for, realistically in today's market. In today's market, I'd say prices are kind of going upwards. And so with that said, that is the short answer for this question. And if that satisfies you, then please feel free to end this video and watch something else. If you do want to learn more about buyers lists, then stay tuned. And this video is definitely for you. We got another 20 minutes to talk and discuss things and maybe talk about things that get you to ask more questions. And if you have any questions, comment them below. I want like this to be a conversation. By the way, I'm at an Airbnb right now for the holidays when I'm recording this video, and there's a mobile home park right behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's a park, actually. I got to go down there and check it out. But there's a whole bunch of mobile homes, so they're everywhere. Anyway, thanks so much. Pass John, take it away. John Fedro with mobilehomeinvesting.net. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's probably the fourth attempt at making this video because nature is not cooperating right now, which is why I don't usually make videos outside, but it's such a lovely day. I had no option. I wanted to make this video outside. And we're talking about a buyer's list. A list of buyers when you are selling a mobile home. Does that even matter? Whether you're just getting started with mobile homes, you're investing in them for 6 months or 6 years, do you need to keep putting in the effort and the time and the resources to create different buyers lists? And I want to dispel some myths on today's video. I want to tell you which lists are worth building. By the end of this video, this is my case. And then you can make a decision at the end. Do I have to build a buyer's list? Am I stressing myself out for nothing? So let's get into it. On this video, we're talking about understanding a few ways to create a buyer's list. Pretty basic. The second one is myths versus reality. I'm really assuming and guessing, and please comment below to let me know if this is true. I'm assuming that you are having some things that you think in your mind are reality, but they're not. And so I want to dispel some of that stuff right on this video because I don't think people are telling you the truth, and so I have to do it. And then the third reason, or the third thing we're going to talk about, which lists are worth building and why. And you say, John, lists, what do you mean? It's a buyer's list. It's one list. No, there's multiple lists because buyers want different things. There's cash buyers. There's senior citizen buyers. They just want to maybe be in a senior citizen type community or resort community or co-op style community. Or they're payment buyers. They don't have all the money, but they'd love to make you payments. Or they want to buy a home that must be moved. Or it's a Spanish-speaking buyer, bank-financed buyer, buyers with mobile homes on land, buyers for homes that are super old, buyers that just want a one-bedroom, and the list goes on. But we'll talk about that on this video. So let's move forward. Understanding the 4 ways, not the 4 ways, there's more than 4 ways to create a buyer's list. This is just 4 popular ways to create a buyer's list. And again, a buyer's list is any kind of piece of paper, Excel spreadsheet, a customer relation manager, CRM, anything that you're using, just imagine a list. But the first way, not the most important or most popular, but this is just the number 1 on this ranking, is fake ads. You've probably heard about this. You may have a moral or ethical dilemma to this. I have some pros and cons about this, but it's putting out fake ads. Putting out fake ads of a home that you don't own. The description is fake, the pictures are fake. It's a real mobile home, but it's just a fake ad. And you're going to get people that call you, that message you, that reach out to you. And then you can talk to them, you can listen to them, you can have them fill out questionnaires. That is getting more saturated. And I'd say it's becoming more and more popular where I think buyers are understanding that there are fake ads out there, which is pros and cons, but you should respond. If you do this, respond to every single buyer. You're taking the time to put the ad out there. They're taking the time to reach out to you. Find out from them, who are they? How honest are they being? Do they have a job? Do they have savings? What are they looking for? How handy are they? Are they dodging your questions? Do they speak English? Not that that matters, but just understanding your market and your people and your clientele. So those are fake ads, or you can put up real ads. If you actually have a mobile home that you're selling, put up that real ad, and you might have real ads up because you're selling mobile homes now. You only sell to one person, meaning all those other people can go into your buyers list. They're looking for mobile homes now, and they will be looking for them for the next few weeks at least. So that's another way you can build your buyers list, is by having real ads. Also, Facebook mobile home investor pages. There's groups in every state, and if there's not, you should create one, for mobile home investors. So if you're a park owner, if you're a mobile home investor, join that group for your state, and then that way you have that list right there. You can sell something, you can put the home that you have on that list, like when you actually have a home for sale, you can just post it on that Facebook group, or you can legitimately ask them, folks in the group, where is it? Right here. You can create a, I'm looking at number 3 right now. It's a pre-made list for investors, and you can honestly, if I can talk, ask the members to join your page, to join your buyers list. Investors understand that. Hey, can I be on your buyers list? Or hey, do you want to be on my buyers list? So people understand that. You can honestly ask those investors if they want to join your buyers list, and that's a way to create a buyers list. But that's investors, obviously, on that Facebook page. Now, on a different Facebook group page, whatever local city that you're in, or big city, small town, there's probably a buy, sell, swap type of page, what's happening in the city type of page. And again, that's pre-made lists, pre-made groups. There might be 500 people, there might be 5,000 or 50,000 people in those groups, depending on the local city and population. But in there, you can place, if you wanted to, fake ads of homes that you don't really own, but then again, you're driving people in that local area to contact you and to join your list. And when you talk to people, we're not going to get into that on this video of what to say, and because let's face it, if you put up a fake ad, you're lying, and when they call you, you have to make up sort of an excuse. Is the home already sold? Did your partner put up the ad wrong, or did your partner sell it, or is this home not viewable now, or do you already have interest? So we're not going to talk about that on this video, but you can see that there's multiple ways, and you probably already thought of these 4 ways, to build up your buyers list. There's other ones which we won't talk about in this video, but there's last thing right here is a question. Talk to potential buyers one-on-one, question mark, or build a custom website, Facebook pages, Google form pages, like a Survey Monkey type of questionnaire to send people to automatically to gather their data. A lot of investors don't want to talk to people, and that's scary. Like if you're brand new in this business, some people are scary. Buyers are scary. Sellers are scary. We're not sure what they're going to say. We're going to feel caught off guard. We're going to feel dumb. Maybe you, maybe not you, but you may be a little apprehensive talking to buyers if you don't exactly know what to say. So I still would encourage you to do that. You can send people a questionnaire. You can have them like fill out, well, what are you looking for? And, tell me this, tell me that, and they just type it into the computer. But really talking to people one-on-one in the beginning, yes, it's harder. Yes, it's more work, but it's worth it. You know your clientele better. And so I hope that this screen made sense with regards to understanding these 4 ways to create a buyer's list. And then once the people get in touch with you, yes, you got to collect their information, but you got to find out what they're looking for. And that's by talking, or by having them like email you or fill out one like a Survey Monkey or a Google form. But I don't recommend that in the beginning. I'd rather you talk to people in the beginning, which again is more scary, but you learn so much more. It's like a fast forward in education of who is your clientele. Let's move past this into myths versus reality. And I think the text is going to get smaller and smaller here. That's just because it's more and more important. Myth number 1, most mobile home investors have an end user buyer lined up. Somebody that's going to live in the home and buy the home and raise their family there. They have that, most investors have a buyer lined up before they even purchase the home. And that's not the case. That is fake, that is false. That might be what it seems like watching videos, but that is not reality. Occasionally that is true if you're reselling to another mobile home investor, but that or a park owner, like you can sell a home again, multiple homes to the same buyer, but not an end user type of buyer. Oh, that train is back. Myth number 2, which is kind of similar to the first one, but myth number 2, buyers on your list will allow you to sell the home fast and easy to an all-cash end buyer every time. And that is big time false. Me included, and a lot of the bigger mobile home investors that I know that are turning multiple properties per month, at most you will have 25% of the deals that you sell, you will find the buyers on your buyers list. So at best, 25% of the deals that you sell are sold to the people on your buyers list. 25%. That means 75% are people that you market to that are brand new, that have never heard of you, they are just finding you from your advertising for selling that property. Myth number 3, a buyer will likely purchase from you down the road. If you have them on your buyer's list, then they will buy from you down the road when they are ready. And unfortunately, when it comes to mobile homes, in parks, on land, at least today in today's age, that is not the case. Maybe sometimes possible, but it's not probable. After 60 days, you will have a lot of your buyers that aren't on your list anymore. They found something else. They've moved on, they've re-signed their lease, they've spent their money. Your buyer's list when it comes to a mobile home is only good for 30, 60, maybe 90 days. The occasional person may last longer, but it's not gonna, I think that makes sense, but yeah, just an important fact to know. Number 4, this is a fact. You will gain an understanding of the prices that buyers are willing to pay and that they won't pay. If you put out a fake ad or a real ad, or you're building a buyer's list, then you will hear from people. Just like I said, if you're talking to them versus having them fill out like a Google form of what are you looking for, if you're talking to them and you hear them and they hear their compassion and how real they are and what money they have again, and how handy they are, and just you can hear, you can really hear people's voices and hear how kind of honest or not honest they are. And the more time you have talking to people, the more of a spectrum that you'll have that, oh wow, these people were really forthcoming and they didn't, I felt, have a good connection with them. And then these other people, that was just the exact opposite. So the more time you have talking to folks, the more of this spectrum that you have, and you can, when you talk to people in the future, you can now lean towards dealing with the people that you want to deal with, personality-wise. Number 5, this also is a fact. You will gain an understanding of which advertising methods work and don't work. It changes through the year. There's a bit of a cycle, but yeah, some ad methods work better than others, bottom line. So you will learn that because you are putting out ads and you're hearing from which ads are working. So that's important as well, is be able to track your ads, whether you have a different phone number, you're using a system like callrail.com and you can get different phone numbers and track where those calls are coming from, or on your ad you can put, if you have like 3 ads running, you can say, well, call Cindy or call John or call Frank, and then put the number, and even if it's the same number, when the people call, it's like, hey, is Frank there? And then you'll know which one that they were calling about. Number 6, myth, you'll potentially meet new sellers and advertise to your buyers list. Remember, you have this buyers list. You can send them text messages, you can send them ringless voicemails, you can send them an email, and in that communication you can remind them, hey, right now we're selling this and this and this, and by the way, if you know anyone that's looking to sell, we also buy mobile homes and we'll pay a finder's fee. So you can remind your buyers list, all those people that are looking for mobile homes that might know other mobile home people, you can potentially, and I sit right here in blue, the reality is, yeah, that occasionally happens, but it's nothing to write home about. Maybe once a year, twice a year, if you have a good buyers list. But, that is not where the majority of your deals, or even a fraction of the majority, was going to come from. So with that said, that's sort of the myths versus reality. Now, which buyers lists are worth creating? This is very important. Oh, what's that? Is that playing now? trains, planes. See what else we can get to distract us. Number 1 is park owners and land investors wanting multiple mobile homes. So that's a good list to build. Those are something that's a little bit rarer, and those are folks that want to that will be buyers for longer. So the first list that I would encourage you to create, or if you're thinking about getting in this business, to put some more time towards creating, is park owners that want to buy mobile homes and other investors that want to buy mobile homes. Land investors, landowners that want to buy a home and move it, or park owners that have land and want to buy a home and move it. So that's number 1, park owners and people with land. The second list that is valuable to create are mobile home investors looking to pay cash, fix the home, and flip it. Not wholesalers. These are people that they don't own land, but they do want to buy, fix, this is a hammer, maybe they're not doing the work, but they're fixing it, and then they're going to resell it. We're not looking for wholesalers because you don't really need to. And also, that's, if you're selling the home, you may be trying to wholesale it yourself. So we don't want to wholesale the home to another wholesaler. So list 1, very valuable list, park owners that want to buy and move homes. Also included in that list is landowners. The second list that I believe is worth creating are mobile home investors looking to pay cash. Serious people looking to pay cash, fix it, and flip it, not wholesalers. Now on list number 1, the mobile home most likely had to be moved. On list number 2, the mobile home does not have to be moved. List number 3 have to be moved, and we're looking for serious buyers, whether they're professionals, whether they're investors or park owners, or it's just some average guy. He or she is looking for a pre-HUD home. People that are looking for homes that are willing to buy something from the 1960s, from the 1970s, early 1970s. And in some areas those are difficult to move, in some areas those are difficult to that plane's back, to pull a permit, or to even get a mover to move a home that is pre-HUD, pre-1976. And it's not impossible to move those homes by any means, because you have people that don't even need to necessarily pull a permit. They're going to put the home in the back of their land, and they're going to rent it out. They're never going to sell it. They don't care if there's a title. They don't care if there's a permit. They're going to connect to their own water, their own electric. They got it covered. So that's the third list, is people that are interested in those older mobile homes. So that leaves a lot of other lists. And number 4 right here, all the other buyers, you can find them when you are ready to resell. When you advertise correctly, when you advertise properly, when the home is priced correctly for the condition, the age, the location, the time of the year, for all of those other lists that we talked about before, mobile homes that can stay in parks, nice looking mobile homes, handyman specials, the senior citizens, or if it has land on it, all of those can be marketed to. Now, with number 5, market knowledge, I will say that if you are just sitting back and you have a genuine curiosity for what kind of senior citizens do I have in my market, or that's a good question right there. Like, if that's your question on this slide right here, I'm telling you that you don't have to create a buyer's list for seniors. But if you genuinely have a curiosity for that, and you want to know the demand of those buyers, what cash do they have, how much down payment do they have, how much monthly payment do they have, then you can put out what you want. I mean, you can build any kind of buyer's list that you want. I will say, and this is quite important for the note in number 5 here, the resale demand and accurate price knowledge of the market, like the knowledge that you gain, and you've talked to, let's say, 100 buyers, even if you don't write down any of their information, that knowledge that you gain talking to those buyers and understanding what they're looking for, what they're not looking for, that's more important than the actual list. And I don't want to sound rude or mean to those 100 people that called you, but for the investor watching this video, that market knowledge is invaluable. The buyers come and go, but that market knowledge is so important. And then there are more ethical ways. I say that in the last sentence on the blue number 5. There are more ethical ways than putting out fake ads. but the fake ads work as well. Question here at the end. What about family buyers? What about senior buyers, cash buyers, homes that must be moved? The answer is, and I said it like 2 numbers up, number 4, don't stress yourself out. It's not that required. It's not required. If you are selling to the top 3 lists here, then it is good to have a buyer's list because those buyers are a little bit more few and far between. But the other folks, all these other lists, you don't have to stress yourself out. It's not needed, it's not required for you to build those types of lists. If you are doing one of the top 3 lists, if you're selling a home that has to be moved, it's an older home, then yes, having a list of buyers that are serious, that are going to buy multiple properties, or they want to buy an old home from you, that's a rarer type of buyer. But everything listed right here, you just don't have to stress yourself out. There's plenty of other things to get stressed about, or not stressed, but to work on in this business. And building a buyer's list, spinning your wheels in this way, it just doesn't. That's my argument, and you can decide what you would like to do from this moment forward now that you have a bit more insights into what to expect. But did you agree? Did you disagree, and why? Please comment below. I want this to be a conversation. Do you find that all of your buyers come from a certain buyer's list? Maybe if you're selling to investors, you're selling to park owners, maybe that's the case. If you're investing virtually, does that change things up? Which it kind of does, yes and no a little bit, but still, you don't have to build every single buyer's list. Yeah, let me know what you thought. If you have any general questions, you can comment them below, or always reach out to me at support@mobilehomeinvesting.net. That's support@mobilehomeinvesting.net, or check out the website, mobilehomeinvesting.net, or mobilehomeformula.com if you'd like to learn more about getting started investing in mobile homes safely and working together one-on-one. All right, that's it for this video. I hope it made sense. Have a great rest of the week. Have a great rest of the year. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.